jumping?
We found out that some amphibians were declining.
We decided to compare frogs in the city and frogs in the country.
Like, not only is it fun, it's like important.
Major funding for SciGirls is provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting education and research across all fields of science and engineering. The National Science Foundation, where discoveries begin. Additional funding is provided by
Infor Software, helping transform business and learning. Northrop Grumman Foundation, supporting innovative STEM education experiences for students and educators. PPG Industries Foundation, committed to bringing positive impact to our communities.
SciGirls! We need SciGirls! Come on! When I need help and I've got a question, there's a place I go for inspiration. Gotta get to the web, check the girls' investigation. What girl? SciGirls! Woo! SciGirls! I need you! SciGirls! Come on! You got log on, post, upload, pitch in! Wanna get inside a world that's fascinating? The time is right, 'cause SciGirls are waiting. SciGirls! We need SciGirls! SciGirls!
What? What was that? There it is again. It's a giant fang! Giant alien fang! Being chased by a rodent overlord! Izzy, oh good, you're awake.
I wonder if that has anything to do with a certain ringing sound coming from my computer.
Sorry about that, but it's an emergency. I'm hearing sounds, weird sounds, spooky sounds.
It's probably just the house settling. Go back to bed, Jake.
The house settling? That's ridiculous. I think Fang multiplies at night, then they mutate into a band of giant alien rodents.
Yeah, 'cause that makes way more sense.
I need to know what these sounds are, because if it is a race of giant alien rodents, I'm in trouble. I've eaten so many cheesy poofs, I'm pretty sure it tastes like a giant block of cheese.
This seems like a problem the SciGirls might be able to help with. I'll be right back.
Hurry!
Frogs make all kinds of sounds. There might be something here.
My friends are Alanna, Clara, and Madison. We have known each other for almost 8 years, a long, long time.
Oh, you see that one eating the tree? That one's digging a hole. My friends and I love going to the zoo because it's always like really fun. There's always a bunch of things that we can like see and do like and interact with.
I'm not sure I'm going to touch them.
You have to.
I am not touching them. I really do love to go to the zoo. I just want to be there all the time. I want to be a veterinarian when I grow up because I just love being with animals.
We're about to enter the tunnel.
7-Up has no caffeine, now we're talking jelly beans.
I love the penguin house.
My name is Madison. I love animals because a lot of them are really cute, and without them, our whole food chain would be messed up.
Yeah, this is my tiger. I have not seen him, and don't you dare call me a bad parent. It's not my fault.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Alanna is the mom of an adopted tiger. I think she deserves a tiger. Hi, are you Laura from Frog Watch? Laura is the Frog Watch leader. She's gonna like guide us when we're researching stuff about frogs.
Do you guys know anything about citizen science, or is it kind of a new thing for you?
Citizen science is when you're helping scientists collect like real data.
Frog Watch is this cool project that helps scientists figure out where different frog populations are and also what frogs are there. So we're gonna do that by actually listening and identifying frog calls. like out in the woods at night. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
It's actually Earth Day week, and so we have this cool festival that's gonna happen over the weekend. You guys could actually take some of the data that you collected and present it at Earth Day to help people learn more about what's going on with the frogs in our area. So let's go and learn about how frog calls, okay?
Okay. I'm excited.
So you guys all find a puppet that you liked? I just thought that would be a fun way for us to kind of talk about amphibians and frogs and toads in particular, since that's what we're gonna be doing in Frog Watch.
Frogs are indicated species, so if frogs are starting to be deformed or starting to like die out in certain areas, that could tell us that there's something going on in that area that could possibly hurt us.
We have the American toad.
Yes, I'm not alone. I mean, I am
The
alone.
spring peeper and the gray tree frog.
We trained on 6 different frog and toad species.
We all learn in different ways. And so for some people, the waveform is a very good tool to help them identify calls.
I really liked matching the frog with the sound wave.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's definitely this one because it goes like click, 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 and then it stops for a while, and that's what this space is. Oh,
This one.
it's that one.
Frogs make really weird calls. They don't really sound like frogs. A lot of them sound like birds.
Okay, let's make our own frog chorus. Our cricket frog is the rocks. What's the comb?
The Western chorus frog.
Chorus frog. What about the plunk?
The instruments are my favorite. Those are what help me remember the noises for the frogs.
As you're looking at all of our stuff, think about what you guys might want to do.
I think a frog call might be quieter in the city than in the country because they'll be more abundant in the country.
That could be a really cool question.
We decided to compare frogs in the city and frogs in the country by variety of species and call intensity.
These are data collection sheets. We're going to learn about the site that we're at, what kind of habitat it is. We're going to find some awesome amphibians. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Clara. I like playing with my dogs and chess. I like to do arts and crafts, so I made this mask. This is a lamp. Me and my dad, we do stained glass together. I made this dog sweater. It keeps him warm in the winter. Hi.
Out with the little green frog one day, and the little green frog went ah.
We decided to do frog watch in the country at the Shaw Nature Reserve.
This is my friend Mike, who also works at the zoo.
Hey, Laura, how are you doing?
Good.
Mike from the St. Louis Zoo helps Laura with Frog Watch, and he helped us during our volunteer work.
Well, let's go see what we can catch.
I'm not seeing any frog action down here. You want to go check the other end?
I might see a rock. Frog watch doesn't make you go in water, but we did go in the water with Laura because it was just fun research.
Oh, whoa, look at that. There's a frog. There's a frog.
I saw this frog. It was underwater. It was sitting on this rock, and I was like, "Hey, I see a frog!" And then we all like rushed over.
Should we get it?
I think he's gone. That's what made the dust.
I thought he was
Is he
right.
still there?
Yeah, he's right there.
He's right there.
This thing.
Yeah.
That's a rock.
There was a frog there. I know I saw it. I bet you it just swam away when we all came.
I bet Clara still thinks it's a frog.
The frog was on that rock, but when the frog moved, it wasn't on that rock anymore.
And here's a cricket frog for you guys. Here, buddy.
Whoa. Oh, he's jumping. I feel him. Can you feel him jumping? At the creek, it was my first time holding a frog ever. I am holding a cricket frog named Phil. At the beginning, he was like hopping around in my hand, which felt really weird.
Did you want to?
Alana gotta hold him.
No, I don't hold him.
Give it.
You can do it. Be brave.
Okay, Alana's gonna do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
My friends, thankfully, they like egged me on, like say, "Don't be a chicken, do it."
Good job.
Nice job, Alana.
It was like, oh my, I am holding a frog right now.
Here. Can I let him go?
Look at him first.
I saw him.
Okay.
At the creek, everybody got a chance to hold a frog, even Alanna.
I didn't want to hold the frog because like I thought that it was gonna be like super slimy and that he was gonna jump all around and try to get out.
It is a cricket frog, but it's a totally different color morph. This guy's totally brown with like red and orange speckles.
Hey, guys, look what I found. I got a ribbon snake. This is a nice predator of a lot of frogs and toads. They eat them.
We got to touch a snake. It was shocking how like I always thought they'd be like dry and just like kind of prickly.
My shoes are leaking. I'm filling up with water. I don't mind getting wet, but it's part of science, getting dirty, so you might as well. Got water in my book.
To do field work in those kind of conditions, it can be fun, but it started to get a little crazy.
We had all this water in our boots and we had to pour them out.
Look at that.
You're surviving all the different conditions of a field researcher.
The creek experience was amazing. I was able to learn things while doing something fun at the same time.
I think it's time to move to our next location.
Yep.
You guys ready? So I was thinking we should go over what the protocol is. So how long after dark do we have to wait?
30 minutes after sunset.
30 minutes after sunset, right. We're gonna have to decide how the calling intensity is. 0 is nobody's calling, and then 3 is a full chorus, so calls were constant, continuous, and overlapping. The protocol is that we're completely silent because remember, we don't want them to hear us. We want it to be as natural as possible because we don't want them to be responding to our presence there in their environment, which is why we wait that 2 minutes and then you have another whole 3 minutes of silence.
For the 3 minutes, we're recording the intensity and we're recording the species.
Okay, you each are going to get the magic recording devices. Are you guys excited? Are you ready? Yeah. I think we're gonna hear really cool stuff. 1, 2, 3, ribbit!
Did you hear Alanna? No. What? Should we go and stand on like a bridge or something? I think we could stand on the bridge.
Yeah, let's stand on the bridge.
Let's sit here. And
When you're moving around, you're not gonna be completely silent, so being able to sit is gonna be a good thing.
should we start our moments of silence?
Well, we have to wait. It's not a half an hour yet.
To figure out what species was calling, well, Laura had us lay down, close our eyes, and like listen if it helped cup our ears. It's almost like you could hear better because you're focusing more on that instead of looking around for what you're listening for. That one's a tree frog and the lower one's the leopard frog.
Then it got so dark that you like couldn't see your own hand in front of your face.
Site name is a Shaw Nature Reserve.
I recorded the wind speed and temperature and the precipitation in the last 2 days.
We are about to quiet down for 2 minutes and listen to the frogs because it's 30 minutes after evening. And then after that, we're gonna do 3 minutes of just listening to gather down data about it. 1, 2, 3, start.
It was really weird hearing all these sounds all around you.
It kind of seemed like the whole like orchestra around you and you're like standing in the middle of it.
Since we couldn't talk, the way we communicated was like try mouthing words and like pointing to where we were looking at.
We recorded the frog calls to give examples like of what they sounded like and how intense their calls were.
That's it. Then after those 3 minutes, then we record what frog calls we heard.
Did anybody think they heard the chorus frog? That's the one with the comb?
I think
so.
Okay, if you heard it, put it down.
Wow, I probably heard 6 or 7 different species there. It was just really pretty.
I'm very intrigued to see what's gonna happen tomorrow night when we're in the city environment and listening for the calls there.
I think we'll hear some of the same, maybe louder, I would think, because there's so much other noise around.
Sound identified as shrieking and heavy breathing. Okay, my tablet's ready to record the spooky sounds. I'll get the light.
No! I only hear the spooky noises when it's dark.
Okay, what if you keep your eyes open and wear your sleep mask?
There it is! You hear it?
Shh.
There's another one! Clang! Clang! Ah!
We're supposed to listen quietly.
Okay, shh!
I'm not the one who has to be quiet.
Shh!
Today we're at Forest Park and we're gonna be looking for frogs here.
What do you think's gonna happen tonight? You guys got any guesses?
Less frogs
I think
because
less,
like the
definitely.
city has less of a habitat.
Okay, girls, so last night, it was late when we ended, so there's one thing that we didn't get around to doing, and that's disinfecting all of our stuff.
The reason we washed our boots with bleach water is because on our boots we might have had different funguses on them, and so the frogs and amphibians and such would be affected by this.
We won't have to worry about contaminating the environment that we are in tonight with anything that we were in last night. Good job.
So this is an urban area. Site name is Forest Park, right? Mm-hmm. Air temperature, wind speed, precipitation. Okay, that's it.
We're ready. Okay, it's time.
We're done.
We're done.
At the city location, all we really heard were leopard frogs, which was kind of boring because I was expecting more because at the country location, I heard all these different types of frogs.
Now remember, 0 is no frogs or toads. Were we 0?
I think it was 1.
Yeah. I will tell you, a couple weeks ago, there were more toads in this area than I have ever seen in one place in my life. But that's why you come back multiple times to your site. The more often you do it, the better information you're gonna have.
I am slightly disappointed because yesterday there were so many frogs, but hearing so little just feels kind of weird to me now. But there might be like many more like later on. Either way, we learned something still. My name is Alanna. Welcome to my house. Come on in. I like to draw and I like to listen to music. I am really a bookworm. This is my backyard. It has a whole bunch of wildlife that I love to just explore. This is Jack. He's a Rottweiler. I love him. Bye.
Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good.
We are going to check out the website for Frogwatch today. So we collected the data, but we have to be able to share it in a form that other scientists can use.
We took our data and we put it into the Frogwatch website, which I personally thought that was gonna be like really cool.
The start time
For the
is
start.
8:19. Air temperature was 63 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so what's the next one?
The spring peepers.
And the intensity?
The intensity was 3. Frogwatch data is used to track populations of frogs and toads. This is the second day, so new observation.
And
the
the
species is
species
a
is
leopard frog. The only thing we heard.
We saw the frog on our map. It was just really exciting because we knew that we were a part of this big frog watch thing and that it would be there for forever, really.
You guys did an awesome job. You didn't know any frog calls at all just a couple of days ago, and now you got like really good at identifying them. You did an excellent job recording your data. You know, you guys really are scientists.
Citizen science websites like Frogwatch help spread interest in not just helping animals, but helping your community.
We have an opportunity where you can talk with a scientist.
Then Laura told us like that we were gonna actually meet a real scientist, so the day just kept getting better and better.
So I'm Dr. Jake Kirby. I'm a frog biologist. Yeah, Laura told me you guys have been doing some frog research. What have you guys been doing?
We have been to 2 different areas. One is a more country area,
Sure.
and then we went to a city area.
Did you guys see a lot of different species at those sites?
On the city area, we only saw 1.
Yeah.
But in the country area, we saw 8.
Saw 8 different kinds.
That might tell you something a bit about the difference between sort of the space around the country for frogs and the space around cities for frogs, right?
Yes.
Big thing is that frogs are declining. That's the important thing. So I think the last estimate was something like 1/3 of all the frogs are at risk of going extinct unless we do something about it. You know, I'm only one scientist and there's lots of scientists like me, but not that many scientists. So we need guys like you to go out and listen for these frogs so that we know if things, like you say, start going extinct, or even if things start moving around. That kind of data really, really helps me a lot, and so I appreciate you guys going out and doing that.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
Hi, I'm Madison, and this is my house. I play soccer, volleyball, basketball, softball. I like to do arts and crafts. I like to do things with duct tape. My favorite, pickle one. It has like pickles saying jokes on it. And here's one of the bows I've made out of duct tape. My collection of plastic wraps. Bye!
What do you think is important about sharing your data?
Laura said that we could like do this Earth Day celebration thing, and so we started making a big old plan. A few overall things just we want to do for. I can play the piano.
Our goal is to like inform people that the amphibian decline is really important.
Puppet show, sign.
We just kind of wrote down everybody's idea and then decided which ones we would definitely have and which might be kind of hectic to do.
We divided this all, and we're both gonna start on the song and the puppet show right now.
You can work on writing the lyrics onto the Post-it note while I work on piano with your iPad, and you guys can work on writing the play onto it.
What frog calls should we do in our thing that make
We should do
confused? We should only do like
cricket,
3.
Or we could be like, wait, little froggy, I know what to do. I'll look up on Frog Watch and see, what are you?
Gerard is hanging out at a swamp and some friends drop by.
They think that we'll just look up on the Frog Watch website.
Ed needs help on his homework because like he needs a good grade.
Tomorrow, me and my friends are going to work on everything we need for our presentation on Sunday. We mostly made the lyrics and they finished the puppet show, but we're gonna like edit it.
I mean, the hardest part about a day like the tomorrow will be probably working on the banner, which isn't gonna be that hard.
I'm making an agenda and I need to kind of figure this out.
Right now, we're finishing up the sign.
Then we're gonna do Prezi. Me and Madison can work on the rap, and then we're all gonna go over Prezi again. Then we're gonna have a break. Then you guys can work on your lines for the puppet show. Then we're all gonna go through the whole thing, the whole song and rap together, and then we're gonna do the whole puppet show together. I mean, it's definitely full, but I think it's doable.
I think it's definitely a full afternoon.
I think we can get it done. We might have to go through the song and the play a couple of times in the morning tomorrow, but other than that, I think we're pretty ready. Hi, I'm Amanda. I like to do karate. This was my first grand champion trophy. I like to shop for clothes and accessories. I like to do flips. I like playing with my dog, BJ. Bye!
Today is Earth Week, and me and my friends made a booth trying to get more people to volunteer with Frog Watch, telling them what Frog Watch is about.
We decided not to do the Prezi because we kind of ran out of time.
But I'm just really excited that we get to do this. Even after not doing Prezi, we added some things, we took some things out, and came out like this. I just hope a lot of people come and actually enjoy what we give to them.
This is Frog Watch.
Frog Watch.
Where we studied frogs.
We found that there were more frogs in the country and that their intensity was higher. They're a bit loud.
Yeah, and it's cool that you were able to pick up on all these different species.
So that's a frog? That sounds like a bird.
Scientists need to really keep frogs around because frogs are indicator species.
Guess what kind of frog it is? The leopard frog.
Hey, this looks awesome.
Yes, we found out country frogs, just like we thought, had a higher call intensity, and there were more species.
Yo, little froggy, what are you? Are you a green frog, leopard frog, or are you blue?
I look on Frog Watch to see what are you.
You are a leopard frog. This is you. Word.
I like it. Good job, guys.
I really liked the girls' song. It was a great way to incorporate the frog calls, all the stuff that they learned, and it's a catchy tune. It makes me want to learn about Frog Watch.
Gramps, how did my dad learn his frog sounds?
Are you sure you're a frog? You sound like a bird.
Yes, I know. I get that a lot.
This looks awesome. Everybody is going to be able to learn so much, and you're going to get new people to try and do Frog Watch too, which is going to get us that extra data that we need.
It was fun doing the Frog Watch. It makes you feel proud of that you kind of helped scientists and animals.
It was so much fun working with you, and I'm so proud of you. This looks great. Oh, the girls did an awesome job with the booth. I'm so happy. They're having fun. They're doing exactly what a good scientist does, is they share their data and trying to engaging other people and doing it. So it's great.
I thought it was awesome because they got to touch and see frogs, and they recorded the sounds of the frogs, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh, I thought it was really thorough, and it just looks very eye-catching, so people want to stop and see what is this about.
The Frog Watch booth went very well. Me and my friends had a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to get more people into Frog Watch. Like, not only is it fun, it's like important.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Okay, we've recorded the sounds.
Ah! There's that sound! I think we found the giant alien rodent's nest. It's okay, Fang. I know meeting your extended family can be a big deal. Don't be scared. Oh, it's my old Band of Merry Mice toy. I thought the batteries were long dead on this thing. Spooky sounds explained.
But there's one thing that's bothering me. We identified the squeak, the clang, and the thump. But what was the...
It's the alien fuzzy-eared interloper, Jake.
Oh, Jake! Ah!
But seriously, I think the creak was just the house settling like you said, Iz. I guess that's really a thing. Huh.
I found one. He's in there. He's in there. Oh my gosh, Frankie.
He's big. He's a lot bigger than the other ones we saw. Would you guys like to hold it?
Too big to hold. Too big to hold. I have a size limit.
American toad.
I don't want to touch a toad. I never agreed to do that. Does it really give you warts, though?
Yeah. Unless you lick them, I can't do anything to you.
I was totally gonna lick this one. I can hold him. Why not? He has claws.
I don't think he has claws.
Well, it says pointy fingers, man. Bye. Bye, Harry.
We were looking for signs of spring.
Whoa. I found something, guys. Ooh, I feel like puppy's paws.
This is what it feels like to be a citizen scientist.
Yeah.
It's out there.
I like clouds. We need to be as accurate as we can.
Arms up.
Right here, we're gonna fill it up with helium. We're gonna launch it off into the atmosphere.
We're doing the same stuff as satellite is. How cool is that?
Major funding for SciGirls is provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting education and research across all fields of science and engineering. The National Science Foundation, where discoveries begin. Additional funding is provided by
Infor Software, helping transform business and learning. Northrop Grumman Foundation, supporting innovative STEM education experiences for students and educators. PPG Industries Foundation, committed to bringing positive impact to our communities.
Hey there! Hi! The SciGirls website is mobile. You can set up a profile, play games, watch SciGirls videos on your tablet or smartphone, and find a fun citizen science project near you. So come on, be a SciGirl on pbskids.org. See you there! Bye!